Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time again. It's time for the Humble Indie Bundle. It has returned with Humble Indie Bundle number 8. So what is the Humble Indie Bundle? Well, this is a charity bundle. You can basically pay what you want for 5 great games, and if you beat the average price, you get an additional 2. So a total of 7 games on the cheap. So maybe you don't have a lot of cash, maybe you want to support charity. That's great. Now the charities this time around, as always with the Humble Indie Bundle, is the Electronic Frontier Foundation and the Child's Play charity. So you can pay whatever you want for the first 5 games. Want to pay a cent? Great. Pay a cent, you get the games. Don't recommend it because that kind of makes you cheap, but it's your choice. They are taking whatever donations you want to give. Now, if you pay more than $1, then you will also get the games on Steam. Currently, the games you can get for any price are Little Inferno, AwesomeNauts, Capsized, Thomas Was Alone, and Dear Esther. If you want to get all 7, you have to beat the average, which as of this recording is $5.64. And if you do that, you get Hotline Miami and Proteus. Now, I haven't played any of these games, unfortunately, so I can't really tell you too much about them, so I'm looking forward to trying them out and maybe giving slight reviews on them. But I can say I have heard of a few of them, and it's honestly looking like a really good bundle. I'm looking forward to trying out Thomas Was Alone, which is pretty much a jumping puzzle game with minimalism, basically. You're a block, but it's all done with a narrative that is probably the most important part about it. So it kind of changes up the way games are experienced, so it's quite cool. So always included with this is soundtracks. So you actually get the soundtracks for each of the games when you buy this bundle. Again, you'll get Steam keys if you pay more than $1. And keep in mind that more games will be added more than likely. There's no guarantee, but each bundle has had more games thrown in somewhere near the end of its life cycle, so there could be more games down the line. If you adopt now, no matter what price you pay, you should have the extra games added to your package, but if you wait, then you'll have to beat the average price for whatever new games may be added. So I figured now would be a good time to start and take a look at one of the games, and we're looking at AwesomeNauts. It's very fitting, I think, considering that I've been playing quite a bit of Smite lately. So why does that matter? Well, because AwesomeNauts, sorry, trying again, is a 2D MOBA style game, or Dota clone if you prefer. So you've got 2 lanes, you fight it out with towers, and instead of the traditional 5-on-5, it's 3-on-3. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and go into a practice session so we can take a look at the game, show you how it is. I'm going to turn up the AI to about level 3. That seems to be pretty good for now. We'll get ready. So as you can see, you can do practice, you can add people if you want. It does have local co-op, it has remote co-op, of course. Now this game, since it's not in a free-to-play model like Dota 2, for example, League of Legends, and even Smite, they're all free-to-play games. So you kind of have to unlock characters through either long grinding, if you will, or through purchasing. In this game, well, this is a purchase game. As a matter of fact, every game on this bundle is about $10. So if you were to buy all these games at once, you'd be paying about $70. Unless they were on sale on Steam, of course. So this is a pretty good deal, honestly, and I was actually kind of surprised to see that they were all $10 games. They all look really good, and 2 of them not exactly games, I'll be quite honest. Dear Esther and Proteus. I have not played Dear Esther, of course, but I've heard a lot about it, and it's kind of one of those games that's meant to be explored rather than played. So this game, going back to that, is about $10, and for that what happens is instead of unlocking things with cash, you're just going to level up to get them. So as you can see, at level 6 I will get another level, then another 10 and 15. For now, all I have is this one level, Ribbit 4. I do like the fact that it also has a random selector on it, so let's go ahead and pick it. There are about 13 characters in this game. You do not have to pay any money to get them. They will all unlock through leveling. And you can see that you start off with 4. You start off with Froggy G, who is a short-range brawler. You get Lone Star, who is a medium-ranged pusher. You get Leon, the stealth assassin, and Clunk, the medium-ranged tank. There are several other interesting characters that you can unlock, as of course you gain levels. You gain levels pretty much through playing a match. You can win, you can lose, it doesn't matter. And they're all looking interesting. I'm kind of hoping to go through them, and there may be even more coming down the line. It's looking like they've actually got a suggestion that one will be coming out soon. Interesting of note, too, is Vinny and Spike here is a character that I do believe was voiced by the one and only Total Biscuit. fun times there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Clunk. He's a tank, fairly easy to control, so it'll give me a good chance to just kind of go over the game with you while playing. Also, it gives me a chance to show this off, the chicken skin. This is an exclusive skin, I do believe, to the Humble Indie Bundle, so when you pay into it, you will also get this skin. Otherwise, other character skins, you really have to purchase. So let me go back, I'll kind of show that off real quick here. We can go to download content, and you'll see here you've got multiple packages that you can purchase. They're all pretty much skins. You're not buying anything other than skins, so it's almost kind of a hybrid, looking more like the League of Legends method, where you're going to pay for skins, but this game you also have to pay to play. But again, only being $10, not that bad at all. Unfortunately, clicking on any one of these takes you to the Steam page in order to go download and purchase the DLC. So we'll go ahead and go back into practice. I will show off this Chicky skin, Clunk. Now we can see here that he gets several skills. Clunk gets a bite that bites the enemies and replenishes his health, so it's a life leech. A self-destruct deals damage to himself and nearby enemies. He can shoot guided missiles at his opponents. That you have to purchase, though. I'll show you that a bit here. And he gets a temporary jet boost, so he can jump up a little higher, a little further. So in this game, what's interesting is when you go to the store, not all the items are available to you. When you first start, you're not going to get this screen. I just unlocked this screen at, I believe, level 4. And what this allows me to do is modify what items are in the shop when I play the game. And this is all in in-game currency, so once again, you're not going to pay any real money except for skins, and so you don't have to worry about that. So we can see here I have multiple choices, and what you have to do is pick 3 different things to put into the shop for each skill. So Clunk here has a bite skill, a self-destruct skill, his basic attack, and movement. So every character gets 2 skills, so it's kind of a dumbed-down version of MOBA when you think about it, because it's going to be a very small arena, it's very fast-paced, so you don't have to worry about leveling up 4 skills. You don't really get an ultimate ability in this game. You get 2 abilities, you get a basic attack, and then that's pretty much it. And then everybody has their own kind of movement. So here we can see for my basic bite, I can increase the lifesteal and damage. I can increase my maximum health for every successful bite, which of course it removes the stacks if I die. I can make it hit more enemies. I can cause it to snare. And then for my explosion, I can increase the damage not only to enemies but to myself. I can reduce the damage I take to myself. I can slow enemies that are nearby when I activate it. And I can reflect enemy fire while I'm charging it. Moving on to his basic attack, you basically have a 4-string attack combo with this character. I can make them do more damage in an area, which increases their radius. I can reduce the cooldown, and it increases their speed. I can add more powerful strings, and I can add a giant missile to the end of the string. Lastly, for the movement area here, this is kind of utility, not really movement. You can see it gives me maximum health here. This one allows me to regenerate health. This can increase my movement speed. This one is an interesting one. I activated that one right away. This gives me additional solar over time. Now, solar is the in-game currency. As you play, you'll be picking it up off the ground. You'll be getting it from enemies you defeat. And I like this because it allows me to quicken my build. So I may not be as powerful, but I will be more powerful quickly. And then here's an interesting one that I just unlocked that gives me just 150 solar just by purchasing it. And as you can see here, where it says cost, this one actually costs nothing. So I can basically give myself 150 right off the bat. So the build I'm going for here is going to be giving myself more money. So giving this early, and then giving myself 23 per minute. So I'm hoping to basically make my build very quickly in this game. And as you can see, as I level up, even more items will become available. Here at level 8, I can reduce debuff effects. And you see it goes all the way up. I'm guessing you can go up to maximum level of 100. Now this one's kind of interesting. You get a full missile barrage and a juggernaut to your launch string. So you basically get a very massive attack string boost. But I can't get that until way later. So it'll be interesting to see what I unlock, because I'm not really sure yet. So let's go ahead and start her out. And so you start off in your ship here, and you get launched out in this little escape capsule, and I can control it just a little bit to try and pick up these gray boxes. Now those are the aforementioned solar. That is the currency in the game. So you can see I can move left, right, up, left and right. I can jump, and this character has kind of a jetpack, so if I jump and then keep pressing space, I can continue to hover for a limited time. Now, it said the missiles will home in on the enemy, but apparently you have to actually purchase that, and I don't have the right to do that. So when we start off, I have to purchase one of my skills. You have to buy your skills with money. You don't get it just with experience. I'm going to get the vacuum bite so that I can very quickly get lifesteal. Let's grab my solar, and then it allows me to get my second power ability. And I'll grab the solar per minute. So what I've done is I basically made it so I start the game with all of my abilities, where every other character is only going to have one unless they built with money, like I did. So I have my explosion and I have my bite, so you can see there's my missiles. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to do my bite, do a little bit of lifesteal. So you very much have to aim. Everything is a skill shot in this game, pretty much. As you can see, my missiles travel very slowly. I'm going to go ahead and use my... Whoop, I was going to use my bite on the creep, but unfortunately it was blocked by the enemy player. You can see that dead players or dead creep will drop those golden cubes. Those are worth about 5 solar, whereas the white are worth 1. As you see, it follows the very standard Dota-style gameplay. You fight creep, you push back to a tower, use the creep to block the tower's shots while you do damage. If you don't, you see you start to take a lot of damage. Now, Clunk's a tank, so I don't mind taking a little bit of that damage for effect here. An interesting mechanic for this game, though, is that you can hide. It's probably the closest you'll get to being able to go into a jungle in a 2D game. So if I were to drop down here, you can see the outline of the bush I'm in. That means I'm hidden. This is, again, the closest you're going to get to jungling, because the enemy can't see me, so I could easily just hop out, I could attack them, I could even attack them from here, as you can see. Of course, that will let them know I'm there, and they'd have to get me. So here in the jungle lane, this is the middle lane. You can see in the lower right-hand corner, you've got a top lane, you've got a bottom lane, and then you've got this middle area, which is the jungle. Come back here. This time, let's go ahead and do my self-destruct. Doing quite a bit of damage. Not enough to kill him, but makes him run away. So in the jungle, you've got these little guys here. If you kill them, they drop health orbs. So if you're low on life, you can go into the jungle and try and heal up. Of course, be careful. The enemies will try and do the same thing. Also included in this jungle are these boss mobs here, who fire off a large spray of poison damage there, as you can see. I just used him to my advantage. Let's go ahead and steal a little bit of life from him, and I'm going to try and kill him. There we go. So that gives you the advantage of some additional health and, of course, additional solar. So you can see that keeping me from going behind their base from the jungle is this blue barrier above my head. Let's go ahead and kill this guy. This blue barrier here, I can't go up there until the turret is destroyed. So I can't actually sneak around to their base until that happens. So let's go ahead and go back up here. Now at the bottom of the screen you can see what your buttons are. Left mouse button is of course my standard attack. Right mouse button becomes my bite. Middle mouse button is my explosion. And W or spacebar is my hover. The F key is my teleport, so if I hold that down, if I let go, it'll stop. But if I hold it down, it'll take me right back to base. So all the standard conventions of a Dota clone, really. It's just done in an action 2D style. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the damage that I do to myself with my explosion. So I pretty much will do no damage to myself now, because that's a minus 40. As you can see at the top here, when you have an item, you can see that it's one of two. That means I'm purchasing the first, and I can purchase a total of 2. Some items will be 3, some items will be just 1, like the multi-hose. I'm going to grab the multi-hose because it allows me to hit 2 things with my bite, will give me extra lifesteal, and it gives me some lane clearance. So I can start pushing as a tank. So not being a pusher, it's the closest I'll get to it. Now, interesting mechanic to this game is that the bottom lane has an immediate access port to the top lane. And I'll show you what I mean by that here in just a second. Let's just clear this lane. As you can see, the chicken skin has a wonderful chicken icon when you activate the explosion. Oops, I missed with the bite. Oh! That hurt. Well played, well played. Follow him here. I'm in the jungle. You want to come and get me? As you can see, it's fairly difficult to actually aim with Clunk's slow missiles here. Oh, he got me with his explosion. Very nicely done. So that pad he was standing over, you can actually use to jump up to the top. So if you want to start defensive, you can stay at the bottom at first, and then you can use the pad on the bottom to come back up to the top lane. Unfortunately, the top does not have a quick access to the bottom, so it kind of creates a asymmetrical style of gameplay for the map. So I'm going to wait until I can get my missile string, because I think that is probably one of the more interesting things as far as Clunk's attack style here. Oh, they're starting to take the tower. Oh, push him out. That was the stealth assassin character, and what he just did was activated his stealth, and it leaves a decoy behind. The decoy can be killed, and it just leaves him free to get away. Oh, just missed with the explosion. Getting pushed forward by that, but so I'm going to go to the top like I was mentioning before. So here we are, we've destroyed one tower. I was able to hit him with my bite at the same time as hitting him with the explosion. So you can continue, while that skill is charging, you can continue to use other abilities. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some health back with my multi-hit bite. And that's why I like it, is basically 2 creep at a time will typically be running forward. Oh dear. Tower nearly got me. You can see the blue barriers below me are now gone. See, 2 creep, always 2 creep. So what I'm doing is I'm using my bite to clear the creep, give myself more hit points. Let's get out of here and grab some health. Trying to take this guy out. I'll grab the health here while I'm doing that. There we go. Full health. Who does not love that, right? So I've got 336 solar. Let's go back and see if that'll allow me to buy the attack string. Good, good. Giant missile to the string, and here we have launch string 1. I don't have number 2 yet. So I'll show that off here. Is you'll see it goes up to about 4 hits. So 1, 2. There's the third one with a bigger egg. 1, 2, 3, and giant egg. It's more obvious when you use his default skin because it actually shows a much larger missile. But I think you get the idea. Oh, he just pulled me in. Let's try and go in and do a bit of damage. It looks like that worked. He used his stealth skill, so that actually wasn't him that we killed. You see the giant egg does quite a bit of damage. Was able to kill, what was his name? Leon, the chameleon. Excellent. So we've almost got this turret. Oops. So now I've got some decent lane clearance with my bite. I can actually do quite a bit of damage to towers now with my 4th hit. You can see it does 26 compared to the standard 14. And I can even use my explosion to damage the tower because my explosion doesn't actually hurt me anymore. So the whole point of that is basically to be able to do as much damage as I can without hurting myself. So, whoop, he just went right past me. Here's the enemy base. We can start taking it out. As you can see, we haven't taken down this bottom tower, which is kind of dangerous for me now because, oh, they're going to start coming around me now, and they might just get me. Yep, they've got me. Alright, so we'll wait for the respawn. Here we go. Back up at the top. And every time on your way down, you always have a chance to get more solar, which is great. It's an interesting mechanic. It's an interesting game, honestly. It's kind of fun. I would like to unlock more of the characters to see how it feels. And I am gaining experience from playing these practice matches. I can actually play the tutorial and gain some experience. So it's not like they're forcing you to grind out for super long periods of time by always playing multiplayer or anything like that. You can play however you want. Want to go into the tutorial for a quick amount of experience? You can do that. It's not going to be optimal, but you can do it. So here we go, there's 2, there's 3, a slightly bigger egg, and 4, an even bigger egg. So I now have my full attack string combo.
Your turret is almost lost. Your turret is destroyed.
So it looks like they got both of our turrets in the bottom lane, but we got both of theirs in the top. So let's go ahead and go in here with the explosion. Oh, he got away. Uh-oh. Nicely done. Let's go ahead and counter you with that one. Oh, geez, that raging bull. Oh, that's not good. Not good at all. Alright, so what I'll probably do to kind of help this along is let's take out their bottom towers. We've done a good number on their base, but I want to have my creep push forward on both sides, because that will really speed up the process. So you can see, it's pretty much like any other Dota clone, right? I mean, you want to destroy as many towers as possible to make it so they have to defend more often, allowing you free to attack. Anything else? Okay, I'll just continue again. So right now I've got my full attack string, and it's going to be quite quick. And what I can do is I can start slowing enemies and let my explosion do damage reflection. I'm not too worried about doing additional damage or snaring with the bite right now. Now if I hit tab, you can see you can actually look at all the teams. It's not as streamlined as some other games I've seen like this. You have to mouse over each character to see the items that they're buying here. So if I mouse over myself, unfortunately, what happens is no matter where I move the mouse, it'll go to the next character, so I can't mouse over these. And there's no tooltips even if I did. But if I wanted to see what the enemy is building, I can. I just have to know what the item is when I look at it. Oh, come back here. Oh, he's going to get away. Thaddeus here has the lead in kills. No! Oh! Starting to take quite a bit of damage. Good news is I just saved a bunch of money on... I just bought some creep and got some health back. Oh, wow. Just took a lot of damage. Crap. Thaddeus, yep, I saw him go stealth, so I had a feeling he was going to come up on me. So as you can see, you also have levels. So Thaddeus there, I saw he's got a 16 over his head, so he's level 16. Problem is, I don't know how you gain in levels. Doesn't appear to be an experience bar on the screen. And I don't believe it's based on the solar that you collect. It does appear to be purely on experience or basically kills or kills of creep. You can see I'm level 16. If I hit tab, we can see that my partners are 14 and 13 and they're all 16. So my team is just a wee bit behind. So, alright, can't buy anything else. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Thaddeus is gonna wreck me. Take him out, take him out. Yes! I hit him with the big shot. That's very nice. Now, because this game is action-oriented and because it has a very quick combat style, you'll notice that the wait times between waves are very short. You're not going to be down for a minute, minute and a half like a game like Smite might do, which I also believe maybe even Dota and League do. Again, I haven't really played those. I only played maybe one bot match in Dota 2, so I don't know enough about it. Oh! I just embarrassed myself. I was going for the health and it failed. But there you go. See, 16 seconds. That is like the longest I've had to wait to get back into the match. Now, 16 seconds can be a lot, because in this game, towers and bases all die pretty quick. Let's go in here. Can we buy anything? Yes, we can slow the enemy. Ooh, by 40%. Excellent. Our main base isn't doing too bad. We've nearly destroyed their third tower, as you can tell by the little icon here. It has kind of breakage in it. Oh, I missed with my explosion and he hit with his. That's no good. Oh, geez, Thaddeus is going to kill me again. Yep. Thaddeus is a assassin, so that is his job. Kill people. Kill people quickly. Unfortunately, he's doing it very effectively to me. He's also level 20. Even though I'm 18, I'm still a bit behind. I didn't exactly build probably the most tanky build in the world. I've got my attack damage up with my speed there, plus I focused on getting my explosion leveled. So I'm doing more of a bruiser thing with this character, at least the way I've got him built. But then again, there's not really a lot of tanking options there, and nothing with defense. I could get my health regeneration there, and there are some things that give me maximum health. I could get Bite that increases my maximum health every time I bite. So I could do that. I could try and be a bit more tanky by switching up my builds in the shop. Now, supposedly you can get more builds or presets in the shop, but I think, honestly, what that was is just getting more items, so... And you can always set that up every match. You don't, every time you join a game, you're asked to set up your... Whoops, slowing him. Did a bunch... There we go. I am his natural enemy now. He cannot run away near as quickly now. Yeah, I'll start taking this tower. Let's just go ahead and... A bit more. There we go. Oh, nice damage, nice damage. He's really hurt. Oh! Oh, darn it. I missed with it. But he missed with the bull shot as well. That's what I should call it. It's a bunch of bullshot. Uh-oh. Hold on. Stay hidden for a moment. Well, I thought this was going to be over a little quicker than it has been, but that's okay. And what I'm going to do is, let's go ahead and do this. There we are. Let's push on this bottom lane. Yes, be slow. Oh, he got out of it. He's able to jump over his ability there. Gain a bunch of health from his creep. I'm looking forward down the line to being able to buy the homing rockets, because I feel like that could be a very big benefit to this character. Oh, geez. Alright, let's go back. We've only got one tower, we still have two. And reflects firewall, charging explode. Let's try it. And it looks like I can get more damage on my lifesteal, which of course in turn gives me additional health every time I do it. Chomp. This is a fun little game, honestly, and again, it's only like $10 if you happen to run across this video after the Humble Indie Bundle is over, and you decide you might want this, then hey, by all means, on Steam, $10, that's not even a sale price, that is full price. I went ahead and gave it a quick look to make sure that was right, so, yeah. Again, this Humble Indie Bundle, just again, failing again, is looking really good. I've always wanted to give this game a try. I had heard about it, and what kind of made me give it a miss was primarily the MOBA thing. I really wasn't into MOBAs, didn't really care to try. The communities kind of freaked me out a little bit. Uh-oh, here comes Thaddeus. Back off. Back Off. Oh, sweet! Someone took out the final base.
Victory!
So this is a game very much with its own unique style, graphics, and all that. It's very playful with the theme. I mean, it's even got its own theme song. It's got character theme songs. So great, I've unlocked a new character, Voltar, so he can summon a nanotech robo-doctor that heals allies. So great, he is a support character, so I'll have to try him out next. He can hover through the air, apparently. He can shoot healing blasts, and he constructs robo-drones to fight. So he is a summoner. He can heal, he can attack through his summons, and he can even do a direct healing and attack on his own. So as you see here, there's my experience bar at the top, leading up here. Once I get to level 6, even though I can't mouse over it, you see that I will get the next map. That's what it looks like. So at level 4, I got the bonus item. So level 3 gave me the ability to change my loadouts in-game. Level 4 gave me the item that gives me extra money at the beginning. Level 5 gave me a new character. 6 is going to give me, from the looks of it, a new map. 7, I can't really see the icon from here, so there's really no way of telling. It looks like it may be another character or an item. So I've only looked at this game for a little bit, so I have no idea of telling if there's a way to quickly look at the levels and what I will get. Doesn't look like it, unfortunately. But I have to say, this is a fun little game. I mean, if you're interested in those Dota clones, maybe you want something slightly different, a little more fast-paced, it might be for you. It's definitely not... doesn't take itself as seriously, it seems. But definitely fun. So that's it. That's AwesomeNauts as part of Humble Indie Bundle 8. Ladies and gentlemen, I will look forward to looking at some of the other games and see if I can't drum up a little business for those fine folks, as I feel it's always a good thing to try and help out charity. Giving what you can, which is pretty much why I enjoy it, because I often cannot give a lot, and it's nice that every now and then I can submit to these. And of course, you obviously don't have to. You can keep in mind with these bundles, Humble Indie Bundle, you can choose where your money goes. So let's say you don't support the Electronic Frontier Foundation. Let's say you don't support Child's Play. Maybe you like the idea of these bundles, though, and you want to see more of them for other people. You can actually go down, decide where your money goes. Do you want your money to go all to the developer? So you can do that. You can say, hey, I want all this money to go to developer. I don't want it to go anywhere else. You can say, I want all my money to go to charity. And then the last one is the Humble Tip. The tip is what pays for the Humble Bundle itself. So if you like these bundles, you're going to want to put some money into the tip so that these bundles continue to happen. Alright, that's it for this one. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.